Hello, everybody. This is Lee Honish. I want to take this opportunity to turn it right over to our friends in the media. I have huge announcements. We've invited the media here, both Andrew and I. We'll get back to the regular show and we'll talk about this in just a moment. I just wanted to get this straight away. Andrew and I have decided not to sign and to stay with Showtime. We're turning down a deal with CBS, NBC, ABC, and most of the broadcasting channels because they were offering us hundreds of millions of dollars on guaranteed money for 6 years of broadcasting throughout the internet in the entire world on multiple planets and, by satellites maybe. I don't know. I know that there are many questions with the press about this and why we've decided to stay where we're staying, literally making less money. And Andrew and I will discuss that on our show coming up shortly. But I did want to invite a special guest who is joining us at our press conference, Deontay Wilder. Deontay, anything you want to add?
I mean, it's just the energy. The energy is building up. All the talk is going to come to a ease. It's over with. It's just the energy. I'm tired of hearing this story about him promoting this mental illness, about turning up the bottle, about putting that sugar daddy in his sugar mama in his nose, or that sweet candy, or that white girl, whatever you want to call that powder. I'm tired of him talking about losing weight. Man, this is America. Man, it goes on every day. I don't want no foreigner coming over here selling no story in the American public, suck into this because he has a British accent. Get the fuck out of here. Because if I was the one doing that, they'll call me a drug addict. They'll call me somebody that abused my body. They'll call me probably a terrorist. It's just I come from a different world. I ain't hearing that. But it's time. Everything he says is I'm gonna hold it against him. I can be the judge in the ring.
There you go. Thanks, Deontay, for whatever the hell it is that you said. Once again, Andrew and I have decided to stay with Showtime and turn down multiple broadcasting offers from other organizations. I now turn it back over to the studio to our regularly scheduled show. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fight Night Radio. Lee Honish, Andrew Labouche, coming to you live and still broke. Andrew, live and still broke.
Well, I'd just like to say I like the feeling of being a free agent, Lee. That's why I do it.
We're out there. Well, again, we're not technically.
I don't like the feeling of 120 million guaranteed in the bank account. I like the feeling of a free agent.
No, it's on us, Andrew, to put out the best shows possible. They'll come to us, and they'll pay us on a per show basis to have us on their channels. I mean, that logically makes all the sense in the world to me. Doesn't it make sense to you? If you haven't figured out from the what was I called by the king of all sarcasm, the Nostradamus of sarcasm, the most sarcastic man in boxing. I'm pretty cool with that, by the way. I think I am the most sarcastic person in boxing. I am Lee Honish. I am joined, as always, by my friend and my cohort, the man who is the most optimistic man in boxing, Andrew Labouche. How are you, Andrew?
Very good, Lee. Lee, does he know that he's only going to get 2 offers, right? There's only like 2 companies.
There's only 2 fights. There's literally only 2 fights out there.
He's all I like to.
Okay, let's just go with a crazy number, right? Let's say Tyson Fury's 50 million, and let's say Anthony Joshua's 50 million. The DAZN deal's still better. Isn't it, mathematically?
Yes.
Okay.
And now there's even talks that there was a 4-fight deal for 120 million on the table. 40 million of that would have been against WBC mandatories.
I don't get it. We're going to talk about it because literally the only stories I pulled for this midweek show are about Deontay Wilder and everybody either lining up to fight him. And by the way, the only people lining up to fight them, spoiler alert, are people like Shannon Briggs. I mean, I see where this is going for Deontay, and he's going to make nickels and dimes. So to make $120 million, he's apparently going to make it 1 million at a time. I'm not good at math. Andrew, as you know, I am a former banker, so I'm not very good with math, but I'm going to go out on a limb. I need a calculator.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's a lot of fights. That's a lot of fights.
Is it?
If you're only making $1 million.
Hold on. Don't. $1 million to make $120. Did I have it? Is that 9 zeros or 8 zeros? How many zeros is that? Okay. He has to fight like 56 times, Andrew, to make. No, that can't be right.
Yeah, that can't be. No.
Okay, hold on. 426.4 times.
You know what that was? That was like inside audio of what they were doing to Deontay, right? Just throwing numbers at him. I don't even think Deontay knows what he's making anymore.
Okay, did you ever play? You played hide and go seek as a kid, right? That was your neighborhood game?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so when the guy who's counting to 100 while everybody in the neighborhood is hiding, were you ever the kid who stood right behind them yelling numbers in their ear so they couldn't count to 100?
Whatever works. Yes, I have. I think every kid's tried that to the person counting.
Clearly, Steven Espinoza was screaming numbers into the ears of Deontay Wilder with Shelley Finkel on the other ear, screaming additional numbers from the other side, while literally Eddie Hearn and DAZN are standing there with like cue cards like they're at a WWE event, literally waving numbers in front of them. You know, basically come to the light, Carol Ann, run this way. And for whatever reason, this dude just fucking lost his mind and went, nope, want to make $1 million, not $120 million. That's more money.
I'm going to fight on Showtime.
I didn't even know Showtime was in business anymore. Swear to God.
The only thing Espinoza needs to be promising Showtime executives, this is going to be Mayweather Pacquiao all over again. Invest a little money into Deontay Wilder and we'll make $1 billion fight. People, what I'm telling you is it's never going to be Mayweather Pacquiao. At 34 years of age and the vulnerability that Deontay Wilder's chin has shown, I don't see him lasting long enough undefeated for this fight to ever gain that momentum. Right now, the number one fight in the heavyweight division is Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Wilder, people, holds the keys to the B side of the heavyweight division. And that's just flat out it right now.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Fight Net Radio. I hope that opening was compelling for you. Go to fightnetradio.com. Andrew and I, that's our homepage. We would like to thank the fans. We got a lot of positive reviews. Apparently, the show we did on Sunday, which I personally felt after 2 hours that's a throwaway show. It wasn't that good. Was apparently some of the funniest shit we've ever done. And you'll be surprised when I think it's a flop show, everybody loves it. When Andrew edits me, everybody seems to love it. Go figure. Out of that show, we've discovered that everybody thinks I'm the most sarcastic voice in boxing. Yeah, probably, at least publicly. Behind the scenes, if you go to a fight, I can tell you Steve Kim probably rivals my voice. Believe it or not, the fattest man in boxing, when he's not writing an article, is extremely sarcastic. Bill Trio, who I make a lot of fun of to try to push his website. By the way, that's why I do it, even though it's a shitty website. By the way, go to pound.com before it goes out of business. And then sign on the wall, I was there before it went out of business. Okay. Bill is very sarcastic about boxing, but I'm the only guy who seems to want to do it publicly. Andrew has now been dubbed basically the snowflake of the group. You're a snowflake, dude. You are literally people. The fact that Callie King, one of the FNR regulars, I don't want to get too inside for any of you other people. We have a group we call the FNR regulars. We chat on message boards. Andrew and I don't find them boring or offensive while we're watching fights, and we actually interact with them. They actually amuse the shit out of us, and they actually occasionally don't. You guys all go to your fucking heads and start texting shit. They contribute good material for the show. The fact that Callie King thinks you're the sort of snowflake optimist, Andrew, awesome. It's awesome. So Diamond Detailing, who is a regular, who doesn't get on our chat room, who follows, almost stalks us on Facebook. There's a shout out to him. I believe he's the arbitrage guy on Twitter who blew up my Twitter page for me this week, thanks to the tweet that I didn't even put out, but for some reason got all kinds of legs on Twitter just because we brought it up. And it got legs on Twitter. And nobody still talked about it except us. It appeared nowhere else in the media. Everybody else just let this fucking, Errol Spence, Oscar De La Hoya tweet slide. I have my theories on why that is. Would you like to hear my theories?
That's a risky one. Yeah, go ahead, Lee.
Hey.
Oh, shit. Yes, Oscar.
Hey, I'll explain it to you. I just told everybody that was fucking involved to shut their fucking mouths. Right? You don't see it on Twitter anymore. Fuck that shit. I got on the interwebs and I told my computer people to fix that shit. And then I told Mikey to shut his fucking mouth. And then I told all those media pussies that I'd kick their ass. Or I wouldn't let them come to the... It's really simple, Andrew. You just tell them they can't see Canelo fight. Simple as that.
No buffet.
No buffet. No buffet for you. And there you go. That's my whole theory on it. But hey, thanks to everybody that blew us up this week and really enjoyed Sunday's show. If you haven't listened, there's audio and video. Go to our page, fightnetradio.com. We show you what we're looking at when we're shooting our show and what we're doing. Sometimes I run video. Sometimes YouTube has a problem with it. I dance the game. But go to fightnetradio.com. You can get linked up. Andrew and I spend most of our day on Facebook, but I am on Twitter. We're pretty much everywhere. We're going to start off with all this Deontay Wilder horse shit. And that's what today's show is. For those of you that are watching this on video, this link, this link, this link, this link, this link. Hold on, Andrew. This link, this link, this link, this link, this link, this link are all stories revolving around Deontay Wilder. Everybody wants to jump in on this train because Deontay had a big press announcement on Tuesday, Andrew. So let's start right there. You actually went to the trouble of being one of 2,500 people to watch. By the way, if that sounds like a big number.
Yeah, that was sad.
That's not a big number.
Yep.
Okay? It's not. It's not a big number.
Not when the heavyweight champ has this huge announcement, right? That's how they put this thing out there. Deontay was going to make an announcement on Tuesday. 500
people streamed it live, Andrew. They were anticipating the big message. All 2,500 of us. Okay, Andrew. You watched the clip. What was the big announcement? Let's just cover it like we're real reporters.
You guys already know it, that he turned down the $100 million, the 3-fight $100 million deal from DAZN. And now it's being said that there was even a 4-fight deal for $120 million on the table that he walked away from too.
To take a deal, okay, this one that I'm showing you the Twitter feed from basically this week. Deontay Wilder is staying with Showtime here, turned down $80 million. By the way, everybody's got a different fucking number.
No, this is them trying to just add it up. It's $100 million.
Right. So yeah. $80 million for the first US fight plus two $20 million paydays against anyone he chooses, all on DAZN. Now we have Wilder versus Brazil. So what's he making for Brazil? $5 million from show. Hold on, $5 million out of 120. Isn't like fives easy to divide like zeros and fives with, Andrew? Like 5 goes into 120 like 40 times, right? Did I get that right? Hold on. Even if he makes $5 million, he still has to fight 436 times, based on my math.
I don't know where your math is. But
Same place that Deontay's is. I'm gonna live in a
just
fucking track
throwing
house.
shit out there.
Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna live in a fucking track house on the lake, right? I don't need a lot of money. I just need my family. Okay, whatever, Deontay. I mean, seriously, you got a jet ski, you got a house, you live on a lake, you live in a place that has gas that's 12 cents a gallon. You live in the middle of nowhere. You can't be a badass street dude with gold chains, rocking out the money thinking you're Floyd Mayweather in the middle of nowhere with no fucking money, acting like a fucking country. He acts like a country fucking bumpkin. He doesn't act ghetto. I thought it was a ghetto act at first, right? We've said this before on the show, right? You can take the athlete out of the hood, but you can't take the hood out of the athlete. And we have 3 stories to discuss on that topic later on. But in this particular case, I think this dude is a legit country fucking bumpkin. Like, I think he's, okay, that sounds like more money. Where do I sign, Mr. Espinoza? Am I wrong, Andrew? I just thought he was just an unsavvy dude who grew up the hard way, who's acting real street and real tough and talking crazy. Now I know the truth. He has 2 brain cells collectively, and I honest to God feel that Steven Espinoza and Shelly Finkel took complete advantage of this country bumpkin to milk him for every dollar he's worth.
They definitely are doing that right now. They've got it in his head that he's the next Floyd Mayweather. They've got it in Showtime. They have to have it in Showtime upper management's heads that he's the next
Look at how happy Steven is in that photo, though. Look at how happy Mr. Espinoza is.
I don't know where the
Do I get a signing bonus? No, you get it later on after everybody wants to come and fight you on Showtime. Okay, Mr. Espinoza. Sorry, Andrew.
Yeah, it was real. No, it was hard, Lee. It was hard to watch. I didn't like Deontay's. His character was really overplayed the other day on the press conference. Total WWE mode again. He's just annoying. He's an eye roll. He doesn't even make you mad. You know how Floyd makes you mad.
He legit doesn't make me mad.
He makes you eye roll. Like, shut the fuck up. Yeah, for me, it's just like, shut up, dude. Like, sometimes the shit that comes out of Deontay Wilder's mouth, you could just turn it off. Now, if that's what he's going to continue to do to try to get people to hate him so they watch him to hate him, whatever. We've seen that, even though Floyd did it with through opponents. Floyd did it through, fighting Mexicans, right? There was other ways Floyd was able to get under people's skin to get us to buy his fights. Deontay seems totally fabricated. He seems like a joke. I actually thought, even though I've got no confidence in Dominic Breazeale going into this fight, I thought Breazeale handled himself, as good as he could on what was going on in that day. Really wasn't about him, but he kind of made it about. He made that fight a little bit more interesting than it was going in. For Showtime, Shelly Finkel, Al Heyman, they control this guy. I mean, seriously, this is not about loyalty. This has nothing to do about loyalty. I think they flat out told Deontay Wilder, you will not have your title without us. You will not be a winner without us. We can give you.
I don't know how else they could have done it. I can't.
Some of these guys on the PBC league, they've sold out. They have sold out to
I understand selling out, but even at that point, wouldn't you just say, hey, fuck it, I'm taking $100 million. Like, I want to put this out there to anybody who's thinking of hiring me and Andrew. If you dropped $100 million in front of us, okay, dude, it's $100 million, bro.
It's 120. It's 120 for 4 fights. The 3-fight deal. That's if he wanted to be real fast. There was another fight on the table for another fucking $20 million. On anyone you want to choose. They keep telling them, don't worry, if you win, we're going to go back to the negotiating table. We're going to go and get more money for you. More money, more money. All you have to do is win. People, you guys seen his last 2 fights? They've been pretty fucking close, right? He won them both, or one's a draw, one's a win. Oh, that outfit is so sad.
Oh, it's too much, dude.
It's so sad.
For those of you watching the video, I'm just kind of scrolling through. The
I don't
fans
know.
are outraged. And the sad part is the media that doesn't really have a voice in boxing because they're afraid of having their credentials pulled, unlike me, they're not going to say shit. You know, Mike Coppinger of the LA Times isn't going to say shit. You know, ESPN's not going to say shit. Steve Kim knows where his bread is buttered. You're not going to fuck with a guy who's got the WBC belt. You're not going to fuck with the PBC. You're not going to say that this is a shitty deal. This is an epically shitty deal.
Wait a minute.
I haven't read these stories, okay? The reason I lined up the story, yeah, go ahead.
It's a shitty deal for Deontay Wilder. His fault. For us, we're going to get the fight. We're going to get the Dominic Breezel fight that we would have gotten anyways with DAZN. So now that rolls into fight number 2. And in fight number 2, if they go with another mandatory, we must not forget that the DAZN contract had 2 mandatories involved. So if they are smart, they will get 2 mandatory defenses on Showtime, and then they're going to go back to the negotiating table and try to get another deal. And hopefully this time the deal will be in the range, something more like you said earlier, 200 million.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're promising him that. Okay, so
keep winning.
The stories that I know through social media and the back channeling and the rumor mill, right? So the first fight is Dominic Breezel, and then his big money fight that's supposed to get him right up there, he's going to fight Klitschko. Has anybody let Klitschko know about this fight? Like, is there a secret Showtime discussion with Klitschko that I'm unaware of?
Nobody in America would have cared about that fight.
I'm sure they floated that out there to see if they could get away with it.
Right.
Like they literally floated that shit out there like, oh, yeah, we'll fight Klitschko next. Did anybody talk to the guy who's married to the movie star who has a couple of kids and, you know, 200 million in the bank between the two of them? Like, what the fuck is his idea? Like, he's not that bored.
They don't have enough money. Lee, that would have to be a pay-per-view fight. It would be in the ballpark of $40 million guaranteed to both men.
Easy.
Showtime does not have that money, and their pay-per-view buys aren't that great. You got to remember.
And once again, the limp dick press. I'm going to say this about the boxing press, and we have a lot of boxing press that listens to us. I understand what our show really is. It's an excuse to make the guys in the press laugh. I'm going to call you guys all out that are in the press. You're a bunch of lip dick slap nuts. I mean, I'm going to be perfectly honest.
Have you made sure you checked all of their sites before you say that?
I'm going to go through these 5 stories, and I
go.
guarantee boxing scene's going to be pretty fucking neutral on this topic, right?
Yes. Yeah, no, a lot of these guys are just messengers for the
I'm not saying
PR people.
We got hit during the week by a couple of the writers that are regular listeners to the show. They seem to find the Gambino humor that we did the funniest part of the show this past week. Shout out to Dominic, as well as a couple of other people who like that part. The reason I bring that up, I'm not saying there aren't guys that aren't going to write for their own blog something really out there. But if I'm a freelance writer, okay, and I want to get in Ring Magazine, I want to get on ESPN, I want to get on Yahoo Sports. If I'm Kevin Aioli, I'm not writing a fucking hatchet job about the stupidity of the PBC fucking the heavyweight champion. I'm just not doing it, Andrew. Like,
Lee,
I'm gonna tell you.
But wait a minute, we can't because I'm gonna have to say we can't do it yet because he hasn't lost that opportunity.
No, I get that. But Andrew, if you started writing again for Premier Round, right? And I, pick up a blog or I start writing for one of the websites. You and I both know we're not going to do shit on them pieces. We're just not going to write that piece. We're going to write an objective piece based on our own voice, give some kind of an opinion. But
you want to know what's funny is that's how I got turned into the gambling guy on my magazine. They wanted me to, what do you call it, powder puff some of these articles, right? And I told them no. I told them no. I didn't.
You are a snowflake, Andrew.
No, I'm not going to say somebody's better than what I think he is. And then that's how I got turned into, all right, we'll just do the best bet. And that was my thing, was the best bet.
Right.
Gambling.
You can't get in trouble with that. You can't really shit on it. You're just calling it by the odds. Or as the Twitter, what was the Twitter? I was looking for a nickname for you, so I floated it on Twitter.
I don't know where the hell you got it. Snowflake.
The guy who sounds brown, the guy who kind of looks brown, but he's really white. That's what he said for you. I actually found that one kind of funny too.
Who said that about me?
One of the listeners. You sound brown. You look kind of brown too.
Well, I am. I'm half. What the fuck is he talking? Does he know me? He better know who he's talking about.
Hey, don't throw
at me with that bullshit.
Don't come at him with that bullshit. You're about to throw down on Kelly King.
Act brown on me real fast too. Anyways, let's move on.
All right, so that's where we start the week, right? So I decided to thumb through Twitter to see if there's any kind of outrage. It's going to be an organization like Sky Bet or he recently rejected, he claims he loves it. Okay, so this is Sky Bet, right?
That's what I'm saying. He claims he loves being a free agent.
The fuck does that mean? What the fuck does that mean, Mikey Garcia? Does that mean you can get your ass kicked for the right price?
Tyson Fury should have instantly tweeted out, "I love being $100 million man." How about that, dumbass? How about what? I like being a free agent. Great. Great. Put that on your tombstone.
No, the truth is, I've got it all worked out now. Deontay Wilder is the heavyweight Mikey Garcia. Yeah, you can kick my ass for the right price, I guess, or I won't fight anybody for the right price.
I think he turned into Keith Thurman. I think he turned into Danny Garcia. Some of these guys just like staying behind Al Heyman's little skirt, make their little $1 million, get their little title in the club, right? They got their gold teeth, not Thurman. Garcia got his little gold teeth in, thinking he's all tight. No, these guys are not in it to win it anymore. They make good money. They make good money being entertainers. I think Deontay Wilder, listen, it's hard to knock the man until this is all said and done, because this could play out into another genius move by Mr. Heyman if Deontay continues to win. Remember, he's 34 years old. But he says he's taking care of his body. That's what he told reporters.
I don't want to be a spoiler for the articles that we're about to read, but I did look at some of the headlines of these articles. Eddie Hearn's like, so nobody really wants to fight Joshua. Basically, this is how it all boils down. Looks like nobody wants to fight Anthony Joshua. Tyson's going to take his crowd and fight the guys that'll want to go and be on ESPN and take that deal. Deontay Wilder's going to take his guys and the guys that want to fight on Showtime. Showtime is now below ESPN Plus, which I can't even say that with a straight face, but it's a true fact, right?
He has the keys to the B-side. Hey, matter of fact, title it that. He definitely got the keys, Lee, but it's the B-side.
And DAZN has Joshua locked up, so if you want to go play with the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, who is the legit undisputed heavyweight, who's got all the fucking belts, fuck the WBC and their shitty-ass belt. They can go knit one and give it to Deontay at his next fight, for God's sakes. What is he? The platinum, the junior platinum, the hand-sewn green belt, regular WBC? Who cares? You're the WBC champion. You got one belt. All the other belts are with Anthony Joshua and DAZN and hundreds of millions of dollars. And the one story that we didn't post today, but I did post on our website, I'll actually bring it up right here, Andrew, just to put it up, is we'll get back to this guy.
Now, aren't you sure? Are you sure that was recent?
It just came out today. Like, it just made it into the Twitter feed today. Is this madman? I swore
that's an older video though, Lee. I don't know.
I don't know why it's making rounds today. I just saw it making rounds today, so I put it up. But he went fucking apeshit ballistic. Now, I'm not saying, but Shannon Briggs always appears and goes apeshits on heavyweight. So why shouldn't Shannon just show up anywhere.
Well, fuck, I mean, yeah, he's a little bit past his prime. It's a no. There's nothing there.
I'm sure Deontay will take the fight because it'll keep him safe. By the
Oh,
way,
they have to. Oh, they got to take anything that's being offered right now.
Right.
Look at they're saying Dillian White now is probably going to go to Daz, and Dillian White is being pursued again by Eddie Hearn. They're gonna blackball him. Look at you want to know what might happen to Deontay Wilder is Tyson Fury and Joshua are going to have a 3-fight deal between themselves. And if that happens, Deontay's out of the picture for at least a year and a half, at least.
Since DAZN has all the gold, and that's what you're looking at if you're watching the video, this is the email that I received, and you should have gotten one as well,
yeah,
correct?
we all got
At
it.
DAZN, we always want to give the fans the most fights. Yes, okay. For an affordable price. Well, that doesn't happen anymore, does it? That's why we've introduced some updates to our pricing, and we want you to be the first to know about it. We're changing our price from $10 a month to $20 a month. But hey, since you were in at the beginning, we'll give it to you for $100 a year, which, by the way, still a fucking sweetheart deal, Andrew. At $100 a year, it's better than my $10 a month. Of course, I'm going to take the $100. They're going to literally overnight double their coffers by this $100 deal, right?
Right.
This is a no-brainer.
Yeah, it goes to
$8. Gonna have a drop-off.
It goes to $8.33 per month if you do the 99.
Sure? Hold on.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. $436.77. I don't know where you're getting your math, dude. It seems like I'm paying more. So I'm not taking the DAZN deal, and I'm staying on the monthly fee at $20 a month, Andrew. Thanks, Showtime, for your calculator.
You're so mean. You're so mean.
You think that joke's over at this point in the show? You would be wrong. It will be back. Speaking of which,
and wait a minute, Lee. Wait.
Sure. Yeah.
About the spike in the fees.
Yeah.
Jacobs versus Canelo's coming on DAZN.
I'd have paid
Miller
$100 for that anyway, Andrew. So
exactly. Miller versus Joshua is coming, and there's one other fight. I believe Triple G's fight's going to get announced. So there you got 3 fights right there.
Every Saturday, I know that I complain a lot on this show about sitting through these tremendously awful cards. I got to be honest. I kind of like kicking back on a Saturday behind my desk, doing some work. On one screen, I got, Oscar De La Hoya's shit show from TJ, right? And the MTK crew, Oscar, whatever else DAZN can pop together on a card. And it's starting at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I got real boxing in high def that I can hit pause on, right? Eat what I want, do what I want, work on my other work. I can watch it in the big room because I got a DAZN app in the other room. I got to be honest. I kind of dig DAZN. ESPN Plus, Bob's doing his best. He's at about every other week with boxing. But DAZN pretty consistently has boxing for me every weekend. And as much as I shit on boxing, if I watch 20 fights, guess what? I'm probably going to get one good fight that I'm not going to be pissed about. And I'm willing to take a 21-to-1 bet. If I'm sitting at my desk, I'm going to tell you the truth. For those of you who don't know how my office works, I have a big giant screen, and I also have another computer screen. I run 2 screens, but I have a giant screen and my computer screen. So I don't mind putting on the computer screen, a fight. And I can tell, you and I both can tell, right? First 3 rounds, you know how the fight's going to be. If the fight's going to be good, I move it up to my big screen and I watch it on the big screen, and I move my work down to the small screen and vice versa. And I am able to do that. You got to give me the content. I don't want to break it to Showtime. Your shitty ass Friday night showbox card featuring PBC rejects fighting, Robert I got a tumor in my head Guerrero. I mean, it's getting old. Showtime, I cannot even begin to tell you how many times, Andrew, that I've recorded a showbox shit card, right? First of all, it's on in the middle of the night. Then you're probably going to sit through it and tell me whether or not I want to watch it consistently. There's not even a fight worth watching on the ShowBox cards anymore. They're 3 fights at best. Hey, fuck Showtime. They told me, what's the price for Showtime? $35 a month for what? For what? For what? What the fuck is on your channel, bro? I was getting it for boxing mostly, but I got to be perfectly honest. I can't figure out what the fuck is on your station. What is on Showtime? What is on Showtime? You don't have John Oliver. I'm not watching that show. You're not watching the history of Punk. That's on Epix. I mean, for me, $35 a month, or hold on, let me do the math. $436.77 to watch DAZN every month. Showtime, I don't want to break it to you, bro. I'm taking the DAZN deal this time.
The fights are just better. Jaime Munguia fights under DAZN. He's got a fight coming on there soon.
You've got Oscar on DAZN. You've got Matchroom on DAZN. You've got, and even if they're not, look at the other guys that are not doing it, right? So if you look at the guys on the East Coast, we saw this last weekend. They're starting to stream it on their own websites instead of playing ball with these assholes. Good for you. It's if you're going to give us ballroom boxing, put it on your fucking website, promote it on media. You're probably going to get 10 or 15,000 people watching, which is more than you probably would have gotten on that busted ass Showtime shit that was going to charge you an arm and a leg for their production crew. I'm sorry. I like Mauro Ranallo. I know I shit on him a lot, and I like the announcing crew over at Showtime. I like those guys. I think they do a pretty good job at Showtime, but it's got to be expensive. Fuck that for a ballroom card. Fuck it. I'd rather watch Oscar's guys fight with no sound down in TJ on DAZN. I got to be honest. I don't feel like I'm getting robbed. It's part of
Lee, let me give you an example. On April 26th, this is a Friday, you're going to have Rungvisai versus Estrada, the rematch.
Right.
Then the undercard is Roman Doni and Vargas versus Soto. Then the very next day, you get Progras versus Relic for the other junior, what is that, the junior welterweight tournament that's going on. Donaire versus Titi. That's 5-6 fights in the 2 days.
With their entire undercards, Andrew. Between those fights, you're looking at about 120 fights. Hold on.
Yeah, and then the very next Saturday, Canelo.
No, Andrew, I'm wrong. It's 437 fights. The joke's not going to get old.
Inoue's fighting on DAZN here soon. Don't they call him like the Japan Mike Tyson? Now they got him fighting on their network. I wonder how that's doing over there. Joshua Miller's going to be on. The guy that put Stevenson in the hospital, he's returning Saturday, June 15th on DAZN. I
don't want to do a commercial for DAZN because they're not paying us, but if you were DAZN, we would make great unbiased opinions for how much we love DAZN.
No, but there's a lot of fights. There's a lot of fights I'm not even talking about.
If you're gonna, and DAZN has figured out the secret. I've said this before on other shows. I'm a marketing. My day job, for those of you who don't know, Andrew and I have day jobs. My day job is in content and media, right, and marketing. And I had a meeting with a company that had a platform just like DAZN, and I went in and I talked to them, and I'm like, "What content are you going to put on?" They go, "Oh, content doesn't matter." And I went, "You would be wrong. Content is all that matters." Content is all that there is right now. Like, whoever has unique content is going to win at this period of time with the internet and our TVs, because all you got to do is drop an app on my Samsung, right? And I'm in. That's the game.
And seriously, $99 comes out to roughly $8.
Come on, I can't even throw the
$8.33 a month. So stop with the you DAZN fans, look, they're already raising the prices.
They're fucking you, dude. Yeah. I'll go a step further, Andrew, because I know this because the Pan Am Games have started for me in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Shout out to everybody who's competing at the Pan Ams. Os to everybody who does Jiu-Jitsu. You crazy fucking knuckleheads in your injuries. So the Pan Am Games are starting. I am, of course, recording with you here and not supporting my team down at the Pan Am Games. Andrew, do you feel guilty?
That's not good. Should have
No,
done both.
it's all right. Everybody go to Covina BJJ. Wait, we can fix this. Hey, everybody go to Covina BJJ, sign up, get a free training. If you're anywhere in the area in Southern California or visiting, you want to go train Teixeira Garcia, around the world famous Rodrigo Teixeira and Sammy Garcia. Go to covinabjj.com. Come in and train. If you're traveling in from another place, we let you generally train for free anyway. I mean, Sammy's really good about that stuff. So, no, I just fixed it right there, Andrew. You got a commercial.
Good.
Yeah,
Very good.
It's all good. So now I don't have to feel guilty about not being down in Irvine. The reason I say that, I was back on my Flow grappling account, right? Which is how you watch Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu events all over the US, right? They normally charge $10 a month, and they recently raised their price to like $20 a month. And I went, fuck you guys, you don't put out enough content for me to pay $20 a month. I don't care about your training videos. Right. I already, but they stream all jiu-jitsu events across the US, and it's really you know this. You're come from a wrestling family. There's a lot of shit going on all the time, and this is the only platform that really puts it on. But I didn't pay for it, and one of my other professors plunked down $150 to buy the entire year for himself, and I went, I get it. Like, even if you're getting, an event every other week or so, right? It makes sense. I mean, I know what it costs for me to go down and watch the Pan Am Games as a spectator. It's like $15, which is fucking outrageous. You want me to pay $15, and I'm a member of your organization. I'm an IBJJF member, right? I've competed and paid you guys hundreds, if not thousands of dollars to compete at your events. And I still got to pay $15 to go. Yeah, I'll pay the $158 just so I don't have to sit in traffic to go to Orange County. I get it. Like, that's the secret to the future. I'm going to say it. Here's the sarcastic Nostradamus again, Andrew, because I keep calling it. If you guys can come up with a platform for whatever content you create, and you can get that niche on it through social media, which is what DAZN did, it's what ESPN Plus did, then double or triple down on it. Look at Oscar. He came in late and got the worst deal of anybody. I mean, he got some of it. He didn't get all of it. He didn't get a full bat to the face like Eddie Hearn did. He didn't get like a Bob Arum deal, and I think Bob took it out of desperation. I mean, Oscar just kind of backdoored in. He's like, okay, fuck it. I'll take whatever you guys got.
Why do you always throw Oscar under the bus, Lee? The guy has the biggest contract out of them all, and you constantly say it's for nothing. Jeez. Hey, he didn't get ran like fucking Deontay Wilder's getting ran, I'll tell you that. No, I'm sticking up for you, Oscar.
Hey,
what?
I don't need you fucking sticking up for me. I'm a man.
Oh,
I'll
shit.
handle the fucking white boy. I know where he fucking lives, okay?
There you go. There you go. I knew that was coming one day. And Lee,
yeah.
I'm going to tell you guys something that I've told you. Real Fight Net radio fans has heard this many times.
That you have heavy man love for me?
No. Deontay.
I'm hurt.
I know. That was a real fast no, wasn't it? Hold on, Lee. I'm going to forget.
Some of the show's just for me, Andrew.
Nobody or everybody seems to be forgetting what made Floyd Mayweather who he is. And I've told you guys many times, if it was not for the UFC, the presence of the UFC gaining interest in America, Floyd Mayweather would have never had the run that he did in boxing. Not only did Floyd Mayweather not fight, he only twice a year for many years that we had him the pound for pound best in the world. He fought guys that were not the best in the welterweight division. For example, he fought Carlos Baldomir, Zab Judah to start it off. These were not the best welterweights in the division. Ricky Hatton, Juan Manuel Marquez, Shane Mosley. These guys were not the best in the division. And when you're only fighting once a year and you're not fighting the best in the division, most of the time boxing would strip you of your pound for pound title or your championship belt. Hell, We didn't do it because we were scared. We needed the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight. We knew that fight would change the whole ball game about, oh, the UFC looks like it's taking over boxing. We knew that those pay-per-view numbers were going to go out the roof, and we bent over backwards for Floyd. He stood undefeated. We said he was the best. This fight needs to happen. It's Leonard Duran. It needs to happen. Deontay Wilder doesn't have that. That's what he is missing. He's missing the presence of the UFC. Are you really?
Keep going. You need background music.
Nah, and Lee, I'm just trying to be real about Floyd needs to thank Dana White for as much of the success that he's had than Al Heyman. I'm dead serious, because some of these opponents you guys, hear me out. Let me look at this right now. When he fought Juan Manuel Marquez, not only did he not make weight, he didn't even come in on the scale the next day and show us what he weighed. Yet he keeps his pound-for-pound ranking. Yet he keeps his #1 spot in the welterweights. Why? Why? Back in the day, he would have been stripped. You missed weight. Am I lying, Lee? Am I lying right now?
No, Andrew, you're not.
Fucking Victor Ortiz? That's what proved you were the best in the world? Victor Ortiz? Come on, stop it. That man should shake Dana White's hand as much as he shakes Al Heyman's for the success that he's had. Deontay doesn't have that. Deontay's going for one fight. What I'm nervous about is that the fight is never going to generate the money that Deontay is demanding, so we'll never see it. So what I say to Eddie Hearn, what I say to Bob Arum and ESPN, move on. Get Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua. Let's get that fight going. If it turns into 2, great. If it turns into 3, Deontay missed the boat, because he won't be around a year and a half, 2 years from now. Go ahead.
Andrew Labouche, everybody.
You're so stupid. I always have to throw that out there. And you know what? No one can argue that Floyd Mayweather argument. When you really break down his record in the welterweight division, it's very hard to say he was fighting the best of the best when you had fighters like Miguel Cotto, Antonio Margarito, Paul Williams, Sergio fucking Martinez. There were fighters there that would have made Floyd elite. The Paul Williams fight, I told everyone, would have been Leonard versus Hearns. We missed our Leonard Hearns of this generation. But we kept saying he was pound for pound. I'm done. I don't want to go.
Did you want to do any comments about the Raiders while I've got the U.S. marching band going?
We're doing good. It's very sad Jared Cook signed with the Saints.
Ramp it up a little. You got music in the background.
Huh? What'd you say?
Go hard.
No, I can't go hard. I can't go hard. It's sad. We lost Jared Cook today. I wanted that final piece in the offense. If we had Jared Cook with the wide receiver core we just brought in for Carr, there would be no excuse. I would want Carr fired next year if he didn't make the playoffs.
Why would you ramp it up after the music's off? Damn it!
I'm just going.
All right.
What's next?
Are you having coffee or something? Like you?
I already did. That was my glasses.
That was level 10 shit there, dude. That might be like a clip out and keep segment. It was so strong.
But Lee, it's the truth with Floyd.
By the way, if any of you know how to do memes or animate, and you want to take parts of these shows and go back and animate a crazy Andrew rant, I highly suggest it. I haven't really thrown that out there yet. And by the way, I'll take this time for a breather. Go to fightnetradio.com. There's a button right here that says Ask Lee and Andrew a question. Click on that button and you can type in a question to us, and I will be happy to read it on the air. I got to push it more so we can start doing a question and answer segment within the show, Andrew. That would be very exciting. All right, let's skim through these articles and see if we can find some kind. Hold on. Nope. I'm going to continue to pay $29.99 a month, Andrew. It's a better deal on the DAZN deal. I think it's better to pay them $20 a month than it is to pay $100 a year. This fucking calculator that Showtime gave me, fucked up. Don't take any of the gifts when you're at a press conference, or steal Steven Espinoza's calculator.
I just hate it when Deontay says, "I'm with the men that made Floyd." No, you're not. No, you're not.
I so desperately want to title this show Steven Espinoza's calculator.
Yeah, no, you.
But I don't think anybody would get the joke. The regulars will think that that's the shit. But based on the fact that we get most of our audience by how we title our shows, Andrew, I'm sorry I can't go that direction. Let's run through this real quick. We use boxingscene.com. Big shout out to Keith Eidick and the crew who listen to the show and make corrections to their articles based on us doing their proofreading for them. And don't think we don't know it. Or at least
it's all good.
Somebody who's clearly listening to the show is sending over edits to Keith and the crew. But shout out to Keith Eidick and the crew over at Boxing Scene. Let's start with what Dominic Breezel has to say, Andrew. Heavyweight contender Dominic Breezel has a lot at stake in his upcoming world title opportunity. Breezel will challenge WBC Deontay Wilder. We all knew that. Let's get to your quotes. I definitely think it's a distraction, Breezel told Sky Sports. That's funny. Yeah. I'm glad he's having those distractions. That's the kind of area you want a fighter in. When you're in camp, your focus should be boxing. It shouldn't be on what TV network or what you're signing next. He's definitely going to pay the price for it if he's overlooking me and moving on to the Joshua fight. He's definitely going to pay the price for it. I'm glad that he's overlooking me because I want him to think that I'm a walk in the park. So the shock is as big as it needs to be come Saturday night. All right, Andrew. That's a pretty strong shot over the bow by Breezel. I know we don't have betting odds up yet on this fight. I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's at least a 10-1 underdog in this fight. At the very least, 10-1. I suspect it's going to be more. But let's just go with the number 10-1, shall we?
Yes.
He's right. I'm going to give Dominic Breezel credit. He's right. If Deontay Wilder has to keep fighting off the media all the way through, they haven't done their press tour yet. They haven't really done their first sit down for this fight yet. I would know because at least I get the emails from all the promotional companies. So I haven't seen any press on this yet. They haven't sat down and done the official press conference. I guarantee it's going to be dominated with talks of, hey, tell us more about Steve. I would love to trend this. Everybody who listens to this show. Hashtag Steven Espinoza's calculator.
This fight, Lee has a chance
to fuck him up. This literally could fuck Deontay Wilder up for his life.
It could, and the way that Breezel's able to get under Deontay Wilder's skin, it might not happen at all because Deontay might punch him during one of their altercations. Breezel's very good. He's very good at picking at Deontay Wilder. I don't know if any guys watched the press.
I got one of the stories from what he did to about his brother coming up. Yeah, no, we got that. We got that in here.
Okay, yeah. I mean, he was really you're a bum. You're a bum. Shut up, you bum. You start saying that kind of stuff into this WWE character right here, he's gonna do what the WWE characters do on TV, and that's start a fight in the showdown in the interview. Thinking it's going to make him more money.
Let's move on to our next story and see if we can learn more, shall we?
Yeah, you got to.
This one comes to us from Wilder's manager. DAZN never told us what Joshua was getting. Well, that's a lie, but let's see who said it. Shelly Finkel, the crazy-ass guy in New York who co-manages WBC heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, explained some of the reasons on why a multi-fight deal was declined. Can't wait. Can you, Andrew? Do you want to guess before I scroll down and start reading his quotes? What do you think his number one reason is going to be? They didn't disclose numbers. That's obvious.
Well, they're saying that Al Heyman told him it wasn't enough money, that he could get him more for Joshua.
Okay, let's see what Shelly Finkel
Lee
in New York. What?
This is a guy who can't sell a ticket and can't sell a pay-per-view. He's not Floyd.
Let's see what the crazy white guy in New York had to say, shall we?
Right.
We asked how much Joshua was getting, and we never got an answer. Finkel told LA Times. What they offer sounded good, but it might not sound so good if the other guy is getting double or
Oh
triple
my
it,
God.
and we never knew what that number was. Okay, maybe there's more. When they pulled the 15 million offer and away, they said, oh, what's going to happen? You have no one. We had someone. We had Tyson Fury, Finkel said. And today, Deontay is way bigger than he was then. And we were offered by the same people a multiple of what we were offered before. Can you imagine in 6 months what they're going to want? And here it comes. Showtime sports president Steven Espinoza and his calculator explained to the paper that both DAZN and ESPN are trying to bind Wilder to a multi-fight agreement in order to face someone like Joshua or Fury. Well,
It's
yeah.
fucking stupid. No, Espinoza's dumb. Go ahead.
Espinoza is open to the idea of a joint event. Yeah, but they're not open to an event with you, asshole. They don't need Showtime, and it's $35 a month.
HBO needed you. DAZN don't need you.
Right. Espinoza had this.
Lee, how about this one, Espinoza? DAZN's not into pay-per-views. They never came out and said.
Pay-per-view. They are.
I know, Jesus.
Hold on. According to the Steven Espinoza calculator, Andrew, guess what? Showtime has more views than DAZN. Did you know that?
Yeah, it's hard to believe when Canelo broke the gosh darn apps record for the weekend when his fight went on.
Can you imagine?
Wasn't he the number one app? Wasn't he the number one app downloaded in all the world?
Let's see what Steven Espinoza had to say. We need to get back to working on making these fights. Come on, guys. Let's all play ball together. Deontay's been getting into these discussions, and they talk about 4 or 5 fight deals when we made the Mayweather-McGregor. UFC didn't say Floyd has to sign with us for 3 fights, and we made that fight. Come on, that's exactly the same thing, guys.
Well, there's that Mayweather name again.
Come on, let's get back to the basics. Everyone took their shot at getting a multiple fight deal with Deontay, and it didn't work. I won. I have the ball. And if you don't play with me, I'm going to go home. How'd I do it?
They definitely are his bosses. You know, he likes saying I'm a free agent. Doesn't seem like he's a free agent at all. Finkel, Heyman, and Espinoza are telling your ass what to do. Because anybody in your family would have told you, why would you ever? Didn't you get into boxing to secure your family's life? $120 million does that if it's spent the right way. He would have accomplished everything as a man that he set out to by one signature on a piece of paper. Now, granted, if he continues to win, yes, their little theory of, well, the price is only going to go up. All we got to do is win. You guys, he was 2 seconds away from not winning in his last fight. He said it himself. He said, what did Deontay say? I told Tyson Fury he had to be perfect for 12 rounds. I only had to be perfect for 2 seconds. And look what happened. So that means, dipshit, you were 2 seconds away from not having anything. You need to look at that. The fucking 50-year-old, Luis Ortiz, almost beat you. And he's out of his prime. You need to look at that. Dominic Breezel knows how to beat you. You need to look at that. You need to take that shit serious. That jab right hand is coming, Deontay, and closing your eyes ain't stopping it. He has a target on his back. Dominic Breezel has a chip on his shoulder. This is going to be a great 3 minutes. I don't see the fight lasting long because both guys are vulnerable. But Breezel is not going in there a pushover. Breezel is going to be fighting for everything that night. He might be better technically. He's softer. His chin isn't as good. But throwing punches, Breezel technically might be better than Deontay Wilder. So it's not a guarantee that Wilder wins this fight. Hey,
I love this show. This might be a work of art, Andrew. I'm telling you, this is going to get us into the Boxing Writers Hall of Fame with this show.
Yeah, sure.
We're going to be the first broadcasters that they actually let join the Boxing Writers Association. We know, you want to know the sad fact? Of the governing board of the Boxing Writers Association, 2 of them have been co-hosts on this show.
Yeah, you guys wanted. Yeah, I thought they were gonna kick me out one time. Hauser,
And I still
Hauser,
can't get in.
Hauser wanted everyone to what was it? Resubmit work so they could upgrade some of our statuses in the BWAA. I raised my hand and said, "Can you get kicked out if you read it and then you don't like it all of a sudden?" They all started laughing. I'm not a real writer. You guys know what the hell?
No, they have Grammarly now, Andrew. So I'm going to start writing. I'm going to start using the Grammarly app, and I'm going to just start writing.
I was nervous, Lee. I thought I got in, snuck in the first time.
All right, so I'm going to give Boxing Scene the credit here of 1, writing an article that doesn't need a grammar or articulating check. 2, and I know I'm shitting on Jake Donovan, who wrote this next article. I have not pre-read it. Jake could have pulled off a perfect article. It's an opinion piece, Andrew. I want to see if Jake Donovan has the balls to say anything about Steven Espinoza's calculator. Again, I just pulled these randomly over the last 5 days because this is the biggest thing in boxing, at least for this week. We'll get to other things shortly. Wilder's long-term relationship with Showtime. I consider them my family. When all was said and done, Deontay Wilder chose loyalty and refused to put a price tag on that belief. Even with all the details, blah, blah, blah. Then he does quotes, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, my God. That was real fast.
Yeah, Marty. It's a fluff piece, bro. Wait a minute. Oh, come on, Jake. Blah, blah, blah. All the same quotes we did before. Blah, blah, blah. However, Wilder, blah, blah, blah. Oh, it's a fluff piece, Jake. Good job. You'll have a long time to work over with Keith Heidick with all the other fluff blowjob pieces. Jake could be a listener. Jake, I don't mean that really. I don't want you to disconnect. We need all the listeners we can get. And I just want to say I don't want to offend Jake or the Donovan family, but he is available at Jake Donovan on Twitter. Let's look up his Twitter so you guys can all follow him, shall we? What's Jake's Twitter handle, shall we? Nope. I don't seem to have that either. But I'm sure Jake he's at Jake and the Box. Jake and the Box? Huh. Jake in the Box is your Twitter handle?
It's like Jack in the Box. I get it.
Jake
in the Box.
And the Box. Shout out to Jake. Follow Jake, who writes fluff pieces. Oh, well, I tried. Let's see who else is stepping up. Dillian White. Hey, fuck it. I'll go to Showtime. Dillian White hopes to become the WBC mandatory. Wasn't he already
the
WBC mandatory and the #1 contender for the WBC belt by winning twice?
He has like a silver title, but I think so he's ranked #2 with Dominic Breezel being #1.
So he wants a $25 million payday is basically what he's pushing for. Let's see what Dillian White has to say, shall we? After 2 years of pushing, Dillian White is hoping to become the mandatory challenger for the W. You are already. What the fuck is up? Hold on. According to the Steven Espinoza calculator, Andrew, only people that are below the top 10 are the next mandatory challenger for the champion. Does that make any sense to you if I say it out loud? Because according to the Steven Espinoza calculator, anybody who's in the top 10 who is the silver champion or the #1 contender in an elimination bout that's happened twice in a row, it's happened twice in a fucking row, people. How do you let this shit slip?
And then, Lee, to make it even worse, they were about to make Breezel fight Wyatt for the #1 spot. Again, even though Breezel's already #1 and he's
#1 for 2 fights, which is the reason why Eddie Hearn. You want to know the truth? What I'm starting to get? Eddie Hearn dropped Dillian White because, dude, you're not going to get a shot at the title. They're just not. They're not even going to fight you. They're just not.
I believe he's going. I think he's going back though. I really do. I think
Let's see what Dillian White has to say, shall we? Yep. It's frustrating, said Hearn to Sky Sports. We've sent a legal letter to the WBC. Oh, so they're just on the fact that he's the #1 contender. Okay, so yeah, Here we go.
Wyatt's
Now the
promoter,
politics.
Eddie
Here are the
Hearn.
politics, right? Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Eddie Hearn still promotes Dillian White. It's frustrating, said Hearn to Sky Sports. We've sent a legal letter to the WBC this week, and we actually met with Mauricio Suleiman, who is the most corrupt man in boxing, who's in town for Charlie Edwards' WBC world title fight on Sky Sports this Saturday. And we're saying, how can you make Brazil mandatory? I agree. It just doesn't make sense. Dillian White is the WBC #1, and more recently, Dillian White was ordered to fight Brazil for the mandatory position. Everything is set up to suit Deontay Wilder. Really, and I believe that Dillian White should be next in line for the Deontay Wilder shot. We have mediation sessions this Saturday with legal counsel to see if the WBC are going to provide as a resolution to the Dillian White. Obviously, he hasn't watched the Sergio piece on Netflix, Andrew, and figured out that the Suleimans can't be bothered with legal recourse for their belts, and they can decide randomly, if not by throwing a dart at a wall with pictures of other fighters, on who the next challenger is going to be for their champions. I would like somebody to dispute me on this topic, but you and I both know I'm 100% correct.
Yeah, you know, it is weird, Lee. In the WBC rankings, they have Dominic Breazeale #4. I don't know what I missed, but I could have swore Breazeale was saying all through that press conference that he's waiting for this.
Let me get this. Wait. You are correct. According to the Steven Espinoza calculator, Dominic Breazeale is ranked #4, and therefore he is the mandatory challenger for Deontay Wilder.
Oh, okay.
The Steven Espinoza calculator?
Yeah, it's that damn calculator.
And if you guys are thinking,
4
hey,
plus
is Lee
1.
going to make the Steven Espinoza calculator a regular character on the show from here on out until Showtime's out of business? It will be appearing here weekly. Tune back in to find out what the calculator will say next. Eddie Hearn. Okay. This was one of my favorite stories of the week. I saw the headline. I didn't read the story because I was waiting till this show. I was excited by this headline. Were you not when you saw it? Hearn fucking snapped midweek, right? Hearn to Team Wilder. Try to end my fucking empire and end me.
Well, and I'll tell you why. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You'll know.
You want to preload it?
No, go ahead. All
right, so here's the article. Eddie Hearn, promoter of the IBF, IBO, WBA, WBO, and generally considered by Alexa and every other thing on the planet as the actual... Alexa, who's the heavyweight champion of the world?
I'm not sure.
Okay. See, now she's confused.
Yeah, they fucked Alexa up. This is bad.
Hold on. Hey, Siri. Who is the heavyweight champion of the world?
Heavyweight champion of the world's former member was John McClure.
Oh, I didn't know that. There's a band called Heavyweight Champion of the World in 1981. Right on it, Siri, and that's why Alexa's better than you. Eddie Hearn, promoter of the IBF, IBO. This show is great, isn't it, Andrew?
Yes, sir.
IBF, IBO, WBA, WBO heavyweight champion Anthony Joshua has verbally erupted after Deontay Wilder's decision to take a pass on a multi-fight offer presented by streaming service DAZN, spelled D-A-Z-N. Hearn and his company, Matchroom Sports, are contractually aligned with DAZN. Hearn had hoped a deal between DAZN and Wilder, who holds the WBC title, would finally set the stage for the unification with Joshua in the fall. Well, we were all wrong, weren't we? According to Hearn, Wilder's manager, Al Heyman, and Shelley Finkel are working against the boxer. Yeah, and so does the rest of the world.
And you know what? FightNet was not wrong. We told you Tyson Fury was looking at another option. Tyson Fury signs with ESPN. We told you guys DAZN was going to go after Wilder on a multi-fight deal. He turned down $120 million.
Straight up. Once Bob Arum got into the game, he fucked up the heavyweight division single-handedly again.
He knows how to make the biggest fight. Believe me, people, I think Fury versus Joshua is on its way. I really think they're going to go through Wembley, Joshua, Fury, 100 and something thousand people will be watching. The fight's going to be epic. They're going to do a rematch with a warm-up in between. Deontay Wilder sitting sideline.
Andrew.
At least you're loyal to your family. And this is another thing about that family bullshit he keeps talking about, Espinoza and them. Haven't you... Wait a minute, Lee. Has he... Go ahead, Bob. I'm sorry. Is that Bob Arum?
Yes, it's Bob Arum. Who else would call in to talk to you?
Okay, go. Oh, we get so many. Go ahead.
I know, it's a good day for your show. I mean, it's not the boxing voice and all, but, we'll try to get by, shall we? All right. Listen, Andrew, this is actually not what I had planned. What my goal was to put fucking Espinoza out of business for fucking me years ago. As you know, I tried to deal with Showtime and I couldn't deal with him and I went to HBO. Do you remember that?
Yes.
All right. Well, I fucked HBO and now I'm trying to fuck Espinoza.
You're doing fine. No, right. This ball is still on track.
My scorecard. I just wanted to, I'm just trying to make a glory lap around the ring. I like the deal I got with ESPN. I'm telling you, the kids over in the media room are they're loving this streaming shit and all the memes and all the crazy interweb shit they do. I don't understand it, Andrew. I haven't got a fucking clue. Apparently, I can use something called the computer to watch fights. Fucking amazing to me. I mean, I have a flip phone still, so I don't know how to watch the fucking things. But you know what I'm saying, right? So is Espinoza still in business?
Barely. He's hanging in there barely. And I'm telling you right now, if they have to pay Deontay Wilder $20 million for a regular Showtime feed, they're running in the red already this year. They cannot afford a $20 million payout to put a fight on a Showtime. And Showtime don't even have that many subscribers. How about that? If they got $1 for every subscriber they had, they couldn't pay Deontay Wilder $20 million. So how are they going to pay him $20 million?
I wish I had an English accent. I would
try
to do an Eddie Hearn.
About all this fucking loyalty, family. This is my family. Who is Espinoza ever loyal to? Who has Showtime ever been loyal to? We've heard of many boxers that go bankrupt, have health issues. We see all these fundraisers and stuff online for ex-boxers. When has Showtime ever reached out and said, "Oh, Mike, you're going bankrupt? Hold on. You almost built our whole boxing program. Let us give you $5 million because you're a family." Hey, Holyfield, you're going bankrupt? Hold on. You put a lot of fights on for us. Let us give you $1 million because, you're family. The fuck out of here with that family shit. Your family is your daughter, your wife, your other children, whoever you have. Your family is your bloodline. Take care of them. You should have signed that contract to take care of your real family. Espinoza, Finkel, and Heyman, boy, they're done with you as soon as you're done making money.
Damn it. You changed as soon as I got that on the screen, didn't you? Fuck. Got to sneak it in. For those of you who don't know, watch the video. It's really funny when you watch what's happening on the screen that Andrew and I are looking at. Unfortunately, according to, by the way, here are Eddie Hearn's comments. Unfortunately, especially hearing people's comments yesterday, for them, it's become not about the fighters. It's become about the business. If you listen to Shelley's comments about once Wilder knocks out Joshua, Matchroom's empire is over. The fuck has it got to do with Matchroom empire?
Right.
We're only trying to make a fight. It's about Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder. It's about the fighters. You can't advise someone. You can't manage someone if you think about an organization or plotting a downfall of an organization. It's irrelevant. It's just about the fighters. Don't worry about me. Worry about getting the fight made. Good for you, Eddie.
No.
I still think Eddie Hearn is the greatest minded. Like, Eddie Hearn plays politics better than anybody else by just taking the high road in every situation.
They were first. He's a genius because he's the first one that dabbled in the streaming app, and it seems to be taking over. His company was ahead of everyone's.
Andrew?
Yes, sir.
I'm pretty sure I was first.
Bob, I got to lean with Lee on this one and say that it was someone else in your organization that made that decision, not you. Ever since Lee said it,
was it my money that made that deal?
I don't even think you know how to log into the internet.
Did I hire those fucking kids? I'll fire them right hell, Andrew.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did hire him, but I don't think you're the one who made the streaming app decision like Lee says.
By the way, while we're on the topic, can you believe the Bob Kraft shit? I haven't really weighed in on this topic, but he was a little handy at a massage parlor.
Yes, he was.
Moving on. What else do we have for? I think we've had enough of Eddie Hearn. He took the right ground. I think the funniest thing to pop out of this is Frank Warren, who has no fight. Like, I get that Frank Warren's sticking his nose into it for whatever reason.
Oh, you know what this was about? Oh, I can tell you right now. Let me tell you. Let me answer it.
Okay, before I even read the article, what do you think Frank Warren, why he's going to blow the PBC and Showtime?
That loyalty shit, man. Tyson Fury showed none to him. You see? Tyson Fury went to Bob Arum. He went to ESPN. He said, make me $100 million and you can tell me what to do. Fuck Frank Warren. So
you think it's just a sore loser scenario about to roll down. All right, let's see. Frank Warren, promoter for heavyweight contender Tyson Fury, he still is, Andrew.
I know, but he came out and said he doesn't make his decisions anymore. He said that. Yeah.
Has given high praise to the WBC world champion Deontay Wilder for rejecting a promotional deal with DAZN. Wilder rejected a multi-fight deal and streaming service with DAZN, reportedly worth over $100 million. On Tuesday, Wilder announced blah, 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 blah. We've all covered that. All right, let's get to your comments, shall we, Mr. Warren? When you talk about these offers, a lot of them sound great, but in the end of the day, he's a loyal fella.
Oh,
he stayed with his manager. He stayed with his manager. Woo! He's staying with the PBC. He's staying with Showtime, and you gotta respect him for that.
Hey, Lee, if he was drunk, he would have got teary-eyed right there. He would have got teary-eyed.
Oh my God, I wish I could do an English impersonation. I tell you all that if I could, Frank Warren would be a regular recurring character being drunk in a pub talking about Tyson Fury like some woman who ran away with his car.
That's right.
He's staying with the PBC, lads. He's the best. Oh my God. That's a big fight, and everybody still wants a rematch. I certainly do, and we'll see what happens. In the meantime, he's got his mandatories. He's got to fight Brazil. Warren is still confident that the rematch between Wilder and Fury can happen before the end of 2019. You got to keep pushing away at it. Keep chipping away at it. Oh,
it is, Lee. Look at that picture. You guys got to look at that picture on the. Look at that. He knows he fucked up. That picture says I fucked up.
Here's the opportunity for everybody to go to Fight Net Radio, click on the YouTube page, and go watch the video from today's show so you can see the photo that Andrew and I are both looking at. And that is Deontay Wilder looking at the Steven Espinoza calculator, the newest character to join the family of characters here at Fight Net Radio. Here at Fight Net Radio, we like to give professional athletes and their electronics free time to be who they are on this show. You will never hear any other show have Bob Arum the way we do, or Oscar letting down his hair and taking a spoon out of his ass to be himself. I mean, we try to do that for these fighters and their managers. Last but not least, a couple of stories with Brazil. The first one that I really liked when I saw this one, I did see this story already. Brazil sends gifts to boxer who knocked out Wilder's brothers. Oh, this is so great. Dominic Brazil, Keith Heidick wrote this story. Let's see, Keith, if you got the story right. New York, Dominic Brazil was so thankful he mailed William Dietz a few tokens of appreciation. Once Dietz knocked out Marcellus Wilder on January 26th, Brazil sent Dietz shirts, sweatpants, and a hat that bear Brazil's nickname, Trouble. Brazil wants to take out Dietz for a steak dinner too. That's so great. That's how much Brazil enjoyed the journeyman's fourth round technical knockout of Deontay Wilder's younger brother. Brazil's beef with Marcellus Wilder stems from a melee Brazil believes Marcellus Wilder incited 2 years ago in the lobby of a Birmingham hotel. Are there any quotes? Oh man, I was so excited, Brazil told Boxing Scene. I was so excited, I sent trouble gear to his opponent's home. I wanted to take him out for dinner and buy him a steak. For me, that was bittersweet, you know, karma. It happens. It's going to come full circle for him to punch me in the back of the head, and me have to think about that only on a daily basis. As a man, that's degrading, right? And the fact on top is you hit me in the back of the head. I don't know if I punch you, well, she punches you in. I don't even know. That doesn't even make sense.
I know. I
My
don't know
God,
if I
that is
punch
some
you.
terrible.
Well, she punches you in the back of the head.
And
You go
blah,
down.
blah, blah. All right,
Yeah.
what else? Brazil. Wilder loves to hear his own voice. He's a circus
Oh,
actor.
that's a good one. Go down, go down. Let's get the quotes on the quote of the day coming up, people.
And here's our final piece. It's Dominic Brazil talking about the actual press conference. And here is what Brazil had to say. It's always a great thing to hear, to get the mandatories out of the. Oh, this is Brazil. All right, so this is back and forth. Here we go. It's always a great thing to get the mandatories out of the way because I consider the mandatories like flies. They're always buzzing around your ear, said Wilder. Okay. Brazil, whose only loss was to WBA, IBF, WBO, IBF champion Anthony Joshua in 2016, was looking forward to try and silence his fellow 33-year-old. I'm super excited for this. I've been waiting over a year and a half for this shot at the title. I've got 3 knockouts here at Barclays, and I can't wait for another. I'm a great fighter, but there's always things to be learned. I've learned a lot with Virgil Hunter. I bring something that everyone wants to see from the heavyweights, and that's trouble. I'm going to be bringing pressure and action. I'm sick of seeing this guy walk around with his belt. I'm going to put him down. People are going to be rising to their feet when I knock him out. I'm so excited to get this fight. I've been on Deontay's undercards, and I steal the show every time. Deontay does nothing right in the ring. He looks like a circus act. All he does is talk, but there's nothing he could say on May 19th. Deontay loves to hear his own voice. All he does is talk and talk. It's time to get into the ring. Nobody can get in there and save him. He's just like me, just me and him. Leather on leather.
Okay, they didn't even do it, Lee. The best thing Breezel said that day was Deontay and me got into an argument in the lobby of a hotel, but I did not bring my urban dictionary, so I don't know what the fuck he was saying. It's quotes like this that are going to make Deontay snap. Sending his brother
snap anyway. I don't think he can handle the
I'm telling you, I think Breezel knows how to get under him. That's what I seen. If anyone's seen how Deontay was acting towards Breezel when they did the face-off, screaming, do you feel it? Do you see? It was like he was trying to psych him out because someone already might be in the other guy's head. It's going to be an interesting fight. Like I said, I don't have a lot of confidence in Breezel. What I have confidence in is that he knows the jab right hand can do the job. Will he land it before Deontay lands the looping right hand that he throws on his opponents? Who knows? But a very interesting 3 minutes, I say, on May 18th.
Let's take a quick breather here and do a couple of commercials real quick, and then we'll finish out with some real quick stuff. Jermell Charlo and Adrien Broner and their legal troubles. I've got most of those stories pulled up. And then you guys will be all up to date for Saturday. First, go to LasVegasDiscount.net. It will land you. Go to LasVegasDiscount.net. That's our link, okay? LasVegasDiscount.net. That is our link on Vegas.com. And the reason I'm telling you that, LasVegasDiscount.net, because you guys will probably be going to the Canelo fight, right, Andrew? We should all be going to the Canelo fight. You'll check in on Friday. You'll want to go to that fight card that Mayweather's putting on Friday night. You'll go to the Boxing Hall of Fame on Saturday and come have a beer on me at the Boxing, the Box Expo on Saturday during the day, right? I'm always there. Willie's there. You can meet Willie's son, who looks like he's going to be a professional boxer at the rate that he's currently going. But you get to meet all the fighters. Tickets are really cheap. The reason I'm pointing all that out, you'll need a room from Friday to Sunday. And most of you are probably thinking, Lee, that's the most expensive weekend in boxing and in Vegas. Well, you would be wrong. If you go to LasVegasDiscount.net, you could save crazy amounts of money. I'm not staying till the 17th. That's insane. I'm going to stay till Sunday, right? I'm going to party my ass off. And Let's see what we get. Shall we, Andrew? Shows. I don't want shows. I want hotels.
Put shows.
I can't believe we're shooting video for this and like still getting it wrong. There we go. All right, so you'll check in on Friday. Mayweather's got boxing on Friday. I will be at that event. There will be the Bach Expo on Saturday. I will be at that event. And then, no, you cannot join me to watch the Canelo fight because I like to go to a steakhouse and then put it on my digital device. Why? Because I have DAZN, which means I can watch the fight right on my
Area is asking for $540 without this discount a night.
Yeah,
holy
it's
shit.
the busiest night in boxing, Andrew. Now, I only like to stay at a 4-star or better, Andrew, because I'm a snob. So we will only check 4 and 5 stars. Andrew, of course, has his 5-star condo, which is really nice. But, you know, he and his wife, they get freaky and never share the condo. They're just all over the thing. They got like a 5-bedroom condo, and they're just.
We always wanted 5 babies, Lee, and we only got 4. So he might.
You got enough rooms for them all. That's for sure. Check that out. You can stay at the Mandalay Bay, which will put you right there at 234 a night. MGM Grand is 212 a night. TI's 219. Paris is 214. That'll put you on any corner.
Not bad.
No, these are all 50% savings, more or less. I mean, by taking this app, let's see if we can find a good deal. Stay at the Rio for $160 a night. That's a good spot. That'll put you right there. Big room too.
Yep.
I like that
Especially if it's you and your friends. You know, we're just splitting the bill.
Tropicana right across the street, 175. You save 44% right now at LasVegasDiscount.net.
I like the Tropicana. They got a lot of old school photos in that one.
Yeah, I like that place too. Is there any other really monstrous deals? I wouldn't stay there. Nope, that's the best deal. I would stay at the Tropicana. They got a cool pool scene. It's right across the street.
Right across the street. That's
right
it.
Across the street. You take an aerial right across the street. Plenty of betting on all the corners. MGM's right there. One of the best sports books around. You will be styling. Be able to place all your baseball bets. You'll be able to go bet boxing right over at the MGM. $179. You're going to save 44%. LasVegasDiscount.net. And while we're on the topic, commercial plug, Andrew. Where is it? I had it all set up too. I've already lost the page. How is that possible? You want to go to? I can't believe I lost the page, and now I've lost my train of thought. Go to Facebook. Click on Fight Net Radio and go over to our events page. Why, Andrew? What's happening this Saturday? That's right, Andrew.
The fight. There it is.
Pulev versus Dainu, Magdaleno versus Ramos. But more importantly, I'm going to the fight. So what does that mean to the FNR regulars?
Free drinks.
That's right. So all you got to do is find me over at Press Row. It'll be easy. The hangar is really small. You walk right up to me. I'm the guy with I'm going to shaved head, right? I don't look like the old me with the big fat belly anymore. I'll probably be wearing a jiu-jitsu shirt because I find it ironic and funny at a boxing match. And I want you to come over and go, hey, Lee, I'm an FNR regular. And we will go and I will buy you one of those big, giant beer things that I'm not allowed to drink. If you read the list, I almost want to bring it up. They sent out a list of rules for this fight, Andrew. Like, I couldn't even believe how hard. Normally, the rules are fairly hardcore to begin with. But in this particular case, I was a little surprised. They were pretty hardcore with the rules, at the very least, right? Where is Sita's email? I want to show this. Like, you guys think that I'm kidding about this, but Andrew already knows this. Let's see if I can find. There's Sita's name. Let me see if I can find the email real quick. For those of you who don't know what it's like to be press media, it is not go to the fight and have fun. No. It's fight week. So what does that mean, Andrew? I got to follow all the rules. What are the rules? Okay. No cheering, no drinking, no autographs, and no pictures with the fighters. In fact, there are no pictures.
Yeah, you know what? It's about time they put that shit in there. I haven't seen that no autographs one because I fucking hate that about media members. Some of these guys run around like big children, man, with backpacks full of memorabilia for these guys to sign. You don't even know what their purpose in the media room really is.
Right. This is my favorite. All cancellation and name changes must be submitted in writing and emailed, right? Or they will not consider, or you will not be considered. Repeat no-shows will affect your future accreditation. No shit. And here's the other one that I like. Still photographers, it's prohibited to shoot anywhere but ringside or up above. Nowhere else. Don't stand around. Don't take photos. None of that shit at all. Video recording is not permitted anywhere inside of this event. I love that shit.
Yeah, they had a lot of rules on this one for it being such a, just a little card.
No, I'm not. I'm actually not surprised by it at all. I did get. I'll do another quick shout out for this thing right now because it's up on my screen. They did their final press and media today, and I'm going to post this at fightnetradio.com. There wasn't anything too compelling in the notes about the fight. Kubrat had this to say about Dainu. Dainu is a hard, tough fighter. We fought in 2007 at a world championship in his home country of Romania. We beat Dainu, but it wasn't easy. Great. They have respect. Boring. Yeah. Dainu had this to say, that defeat against Miller was more meaningful than any other win. I feel that I jumped up, blah, blah, blah. It'll be a good fight, blah, blah, blah. Kubrat is a 10-round bout. Jesse Magdaleno versus Rico Ramos, 10 rounds for the vacant WBC US NBC featherweight title.
What does that even stand for? USNBC, United States Northern Boxing Committee?
No,
is that what it is?
Broadcasting company, Andrew. You didn't know that NBC has their own belt? They're getting into the boxing scene, Andrew. They're now the 5th network.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be funny if Showtime came out with the
that
US
belt is funny.
show
I mean,
belt?
fuck.
Could you imagine if Showtime had their own belt, the US show belt?
Wait a minute, you're a champion? Yeah, I'm the WBC USNBC featherweight title champion.
Yeah, right. I'm serious. Why doesn't the WBC, who makes these bullshit titles, go to Steven Espinoza and go, yo, Espinoza, just, send me $1 million, small bills. I feel like he talks like Tony Montana. Hey, Steven, listen, you bring me some money, okay? And
I get you a fucking fight.
Right? Wouldn't that be the best? Right? I'll get you a belt. We'll call it the WBC US Show Box Belt. We'll have handcrafted people, handcrafters make this belt, right? They will. They'll literally use dirt and shit and sticks and rocks, and they'll glue it onto a belt. It'll be fucking beautiful.
He's I got an idea. I want Fighting Rooster shit on the belt the next time.
Right. We'll get some blood. We'll put that on there. I'll put some pictures of some fighters you've never heard of on it. By the way, tickets are between $75 and $60. Go to SoCalFights.com, or easier yet, go to FightNetRadio.com. Click on our Facebook links. Click on the event link. Get all the information, click on the link, and go over to the fight. Join me or watch it on ESPN Plus on Saturday. Enough commercials. Let's do our last stories and get out of here, Andrew.
Right.
You have to go to bed.
Yes.
Adrien Broner under fire after threatening to shoot gay people. My hero.
Adrien is just fucking guys.
To our last 3 stories, and there's a reason why they're last. I probably would have done 2 hours on Adrien Broner under. Do I need to even read the story? I mean, seriously. Former 4 Division world champion Adrien Broner, 29 years old, is once again under fire after shooting off a homophobic rant on social media where the boxer threatened to shoot gay men in the fucking face if they try to touch him. Broner, who is no stranger to making controversial statements, took to Instagram with his video comments, which appear to be in response to a viral star viral star Andrew Caldwell sending him a direct message on the platform. If any fucking punk ass nigga come run up on me trying to touch me on all that gay shit, I'm letting you know right now, if I ain't got my gun on me, I'm knocking you the fuck out. By the way, that's probably the only chance you will ever hear me use the N-word, but I couldn't pass on his quotes. I mean, they're just too good today. If I've got my gun on me, I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face. That's on God. I ain't playing with none of these N-words. I guess it's okay with the AS, but I'm sorry. I'm just uncomfortable.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
I don't want to say I did it once for a fact. I don't need to do it twice. I don't want that gay shit. In 2014, Caldwell went viral on the internet for taking part in a church service where he claimed to have switched from being homosexual to straight. Fucking great. Andrew Caldwell, if you don't get out of my inbox before I punch the testosterone out of your gay ass, Broner wrote on Instagram. These N-words, bold as fuck. I guess, website, Anthony, are you trying to send me the link for what we should...
No, that is a picture of why maybe this Caldwell fella thought he had a shot. Okay.
Hold on, I got to get through all these quotes. They're all
yes,
fucking
sir.
cool.
Yes, sir.
These N-words, bold as fuck. I guess I don't do enough gangster shit no mo. No more. SMH, for respect, you got to shoot an N-word, get an N-word shot every week.
What?
Fucking out of here. Wow. In response, Caldwell tried to push Broner's buttons by claiming the boxer was the one pursuing him. Oh, that's great. Broner, I'm sorry. I want to start saying gay shit about Broner just to have him come after me. Broner was last in the ring in January, where he lost a 12-round unanimous decision against WBA regular champion Manny Pacquiao at the MGM Grand in Vegas. In the last few years, Broner has had several court cases for a number of offenses. Most recently, the boxer was cleared from a case from 2018 where a woman claimed he groped her in a shopping mall. Andrew, while I try to bring up this picture of Caldwell for everybody to look at, go ahead. I'd love to hear your comments.
Okay. Adrien Broner once dry humped a man in the ring. His name was Marcos Maidana. Adrien Broner once put out a picture of him trying to kiss Gervonta Davis over his shoulder, and it said, "Got love for your brother." And in the last one, just recently...
Oh, they make a cute couple, bro.
Yeah, that's not bad.
And by the way, he still looks gay as fuck. I don't know about this praying the gay out of you that everybody tries to do, but dude, you look gay. And by the way, Fight Net Radio is not against gay people, and if you're a gay person who listens to this show, God bless you. Enjoy sucking.
Live your life. Yeah, we're all living our life,
man. I can't ever imagine doing it because men are fucking disgusting, filthy ass pigs.
Yes, I know.
Giving money for touching us, for God's sakes.
He would have to be a vegan. He would have to be a vegetarian. I ain't touching. I can't even think about it. Lee, let's move on because it can't happen.
Look at him, dude, with that slick back fucking hair. Like, what the? Dude, that picture is so much. I can't even deal with that shit.
Ugh.
Oh my God, it's so great. Well, it got so crazy. Right, this is our next story. Adrien Broner was hit with a restraining order by Caldwell. Former 4 Division world champion Adrien Broner was hit with a restraining order in the aftermath of his homophobic rant on social media, where the boxer threatened to shoot the gay man in the fucking face if they try to touch him. Broner has been ordered to stay away from Caldwell from social media star Andrew Caldwell. I don't think he's a star. That's kind of a stretch. This sounds like a press release. Right. Who claims the boxer implied that he would shoot Caldwell in the face if he made a pass at him. And you sound gay for saying that shit. I mean, the only people who say that shit are like senators who are trying to put up bills to fuck gay men. Like, the louder they scream, I feel like I'm going to get an Adrien Broner story about how he was caught in a fucking glory hole room sucking a bunch of dicks. Like, that's now not going to shock me, Adrien, to find out that you're a gay man who likes to get fucking pegged.
And it's actually happened in the boxing world before. Yusuf Mack, who was a middleweight contender, I believe, at one time, there was a leak that he did a gay porn, and he came out, no, I didn't. I will fucking sue anyone who says that. And then the gay porn hit the web, and he was like, oh yeah, I did do that. That's me.
So do I have your permission to actually make the title of the show Adrien Broner is gay So says Lee Honish of Fight Net
No,
Radio.
that's dumb. That's a dumb one.
You think I'm just baiting Broner?
Yes,
You
that's
think he's
about
gonna
all
shoot
you're
me
baiting.
in my fucking face because I'm an N-word who don't get it?
How could we do it in a?
I'm
He
gonna
dry
call it
humps
Deontay
Madonna.
Wilder. Look, I'm gonna give Cali, our FNR regular Kelly King the wet dream that he wants. It's gonna be a Deontay Wilder title. Shout out to Kelly King. Sorry, your dude made the bulk of this.
Yeah, he made. I was ready. I was ready to jump on Deontay's bandwagon too, Lee. I'm dead serious. Bomb Squad was about to come out my mouth this show, and then he did what he did a few days ago. I don't understand it. I don't. And now it just eye roll. It's a fucking eye roll. He doesn't even upset me. He makes me just
By the
like,
way,
dude, just shut
This
the fuck
story
up.
really isn't trending on Twitter or Facebook either. Like, these are like throwaway like press release articles. They don't even have real writers behind them. If you look at them, they're just pieces because they came out in the news. This is like TMZ shit. And I love the fact that boxing doesn't give a shit about these kinds of stories. So we want to focus on the sport. We don't care.
I believe they might have been in a relationship that Caldwell is bringing out in public, and Broner's a little upset about it. How about that?
Are you alleging?
I'm just saying he dry humped Marcos Maidana for no reason. If anyone goes and watch, matter of fact, YouTube, can I get a YouTube of Adrien Broner bumping Maidana? Because he's doing it like he's done it before. How about that one?
Adrien Broner bumps
Maidana.
Marcos Maidana. This is why you guys should be watching the video. Happening in real time. Nope, there's a knockout. Nope.
Oh, you can find it. It's there. It's there.
Humps? Would it be better to say humps?
Yeah, humps, of course.
All right.
Dry humps. Yeah, humping each other right there. 22 seconds.
Wow.
Here we go. Now you watch Adrien and tell me this is.
I'm probably gonna get a timeout from Showtime for showing this clip.
Bing, bing, bing.
Oh my God, that's the gayest shit I've ever seen. I'll show that one again.
Bing,
Yeah, he did that.
He did that before. That's right. Why is he even doing it, Lee? Why is he even doing it?
Back and to the left. This is like the Magruder film.
Hey, this isn't JFK movie.
Back and to the left, Andrew. Back and to the left.
His penis
It's
is a
the
magic
Magruder
bullet.
film.
It's a magic bullet.
Let's watch it again. I wish I had slow motion for YouTube.
Now watch what happens to him. Let
Oh
it
my
play
God,
on.
what happened?
Let it play
I'm
on.
having a blackout. Andrew, I'm having a blackout.
Madonna's gonna get his revenge, boy, when he's whooping his ass. He rapes Broner though. Watch, it's not nice. Hello?
We interrupt this program. This is a national emergency.
Hi, this is Lee Honish. Our show was literally just interrupted. I don't know if it was the Gambinos trying to take me out again. Maybe it was Adrien Broner trying to shoot me in the face. We covered some really difficult material. It could be Stephen Espinoza and or his calculator, Shelley Finkel, Deontay Wilder. I mean, the list really goes on and on. I mean, really, it could even be Dan over at ESPN for one too many fat jokes. Whatever the case, thanks everybody for listening to Fight Net Radio. Go to fightnetradio.com, click on the events page, join me on Saturday at Top Rank Boxing down in Orange County. Just let me know you're an F&R regular. That's all you have to say. I'm an F&R regular, and I'll take you and go buy you a drink. Thanks, everybody, for listening, and who knows what strange forces are in effect. If I'm not at the fight, you know I got shot in the fucking face by Adrien Broner.